Okay, here's the plan for the week. So I am going to walk 25,000 steps a day for 7 days. I'm also going to restrict 500 calories from my regular maintenance calories. I'm going to try and pick wholesome, healthy foods that fill me up so I don't feel like I'm on a diet. And I'm going to give it everything for the week. I love a challenge. Let's get this started. It's the major problem with step count in Ireland. Okay, so it is 5:50 and just about to start my first class, and I'm on like 2,000 steps. Okay, 8 o'clock, 7,000 steps down. Things have seriously picked up since first thing this morning. No rain for a while. Quick walk done, 9,300 steps. Just finished my morning mobility flexibility class. 12,500 steps covered, hours worth of exercise, and I'm just about to go on lunch and I'm starving. So, so far so good, halfway there. So, as you can tell, it is always raining in Ireland. Green smoothie to break the fast. Celery and cucumber, and usually we put spinach, but we don't have any.
It looks good, but it's not going to taste good.
Yeah, on the other, I would say almost the opposite. I think it looks awful, but it tastes like nothing really. You can just get it down, and it fills up some room, plenty of vitamins and stuff in there, and it's good for digestion. Okay, so why intermittent fasting? Well, is it a magical pill for losing weight? No, it's not. Basically, I use intermittent fasting, or I choose intermittent fasting because it works well with my schedule. I work early in the morning, I'm off during the day, and then I work again in the evening. And it's not really convenient for me to eat after I get home from work because I gotta go to bed and get for an early start in the morning. So it's just a good way for me to organize how I eat and also keep track of my calories over a small window. So the only way that you lose weight, of course, is through calorie deficit. So you got to put your body into a calorie deficit. And no matter what the diet, that's why they work. Last meal is Greg Doucette's protein ice cream. Quick test. Definitely slightly scared of this. Should not fall out if it's made right. So, am I a firm advocate of protein powder? I would say no, not really. I think that you don't really need protein powder to get fit or to get buff or to lose weight. This you can get all the protein you need from a healthy, well balanced diet. And the only reason that I would add protein powder is one, for convenience. So, for example, you just don't have enough time to make a meal, and you're busy that day. And another one then is I like to, so just for enjoyment. Like there's some meals that I otherwise wouldn't include in my diet so often, like for example protein ice cream, but I can do in a healthier way just by adding my protein powder and using certain recipes. So I like protein powder for recipes and stuff like that, but in general I'm not a massive fan of protein powders. I like to go for an organic unflavored one because I'm not a big fan of sweeteners, and I try to use it sparingly. So when I can, I get my protein from food and not from powders. So it's important to look at the physical volume of your food. If your food doesn't look like it could literally fill your stomach, then it probably won't. I'm only halfway through and I'm struggling. I'm so full. Oh God. Thank God. So, just finished yoga session. It is now 8:15. Not all going exactly to plan because I had hoped to have most of my steps done by now. Well, I've got 20,000 done. 5,000 to get in now after work on the way home. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of a walk and see if I can rope Trish into coming with me. Okay, 25,000 steps done. 9:10. So yeah, nice long day, but I feel good. That was enjoyable. Very tired now, but overall enjoyed that, and yeah, a couple of things to take, but all was good. Definitely wearing more supportive shoes tomorrow. Feet are fairly sore now, but that's just from wearing crap runners at the start of the day. Yep, nice. Okay, so first few steps of today is going to be looking after my niece, and so that should be a busy couple of hours. So I'm not going to do too much filming because it takes super concentration. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Bottoms up. I reckon if you can down a pint of beer, you can down a pint of vegetable water. It's good. This is the key. Pre-cook the wrap. Okay, first meal. Pizza, wedges, dressing made with low-fat yogurt, chili sauce, and some seasoning, paprika and spring onion. First walk of the day, and it's midday, and I'm only done 3,000 steps, so I better get a move on. My feet are pretty bollocks from yesterday, and I've got a whole week of this ahead of me, so I've decided I'm going to try and burn a few calories on the bike and see if I can take a chunk of the walking out from that. So I'm going to go calorie for calorie. The good thing about the bike is it's low impact, doesn't take a lot of recovery, and I can sit here and do my work while I pedal. So far so good. I got 250 calories burned on the bike in a little over 45 minutes, something like that, and got plenty of work done. So that goes almost half of the calories I did yesterday from walking. So it's always important to be able to change your plan, you know. So things don't always go to plan, and you should always have a plan B. And sometimes you can't get out for a walk, but it doesn't mean that you can't get some exercise in, or like at home to get some steps in. I just paced around the house with my niece, or danced with her to some music, or you know, like it's just all about staying active. Okay, work done. Some calories burned, and for my food is settled nicely, so I'm going to do workout now. Get some handstands in and practice some calisthenics. Okay, finished the workout and back home for something to eat before class. So today has been a crazy busy day. So didn't quite get to eat food and the plan during the planned time on my break. So I got 10 minutes now before class. Finished my step count for the day. I went for a sauna after work and so I had to come out a little bit later. It's nice and wet and dark now for the last few steps. So yeah, not too bad though. Feet feel good now. Really glad I did that cycle earlier to give the feet a rest. And looking forward to tomorrow. Early start again, so I'll get plenty of steps in before work. Day number 3. So not quite at my 10,000 steps by the end of my classes, so I'm going for a little bit of a walk. 7,000 done, and have chosen to go for soft ground for the walk because it's much easier on the feet. So you know, like these things you want to maybe take into consideration if you're going for a high step count is that footpaths and concrete and tarmac are kind of harsher on the body than nice soft ground, so walking the grass is always good for a change. Bottoms up. So the test is, it's got to be crispy. So good. Okay, 9:30, breakfast finished, and walking back to work. Second meal done. 14,000 steps done. And what time is it? It's like 1 o'clock? No, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. So I did in porridge today because I was kind of down calories last few days, so it's an easy way to get like kind of 400 or 500 calories. And for me, porridge don't really fill me too much. I just kind of will feel hungry again in an hour. That's kind of, you know, like gotta be the carbohydrate in there, you know, like I find that just gives me a little spike, and then I'm starving again. So out for a little walk now, try and get up towards the 15-16 mark, and then back home for some dinner. This is a kiwi berry. Oh man, that's so nice.
Is it good? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Well,
Thumbs up from Ezra.
oh yeah. Dinner is homemade chili with 5% beef, yogurt dressing, hummus, homemade hummus, guacamole, a little bit more chili, and then nice big salad with some apple, some spinach, a small bit of feta cheese, and some dressing made from the remainder of that yogurt, and hot sauce with some mustard in there, a little bit of water to loosen it out. sweating. Oh well. So that was 32,000 steps today, and I am pooped. Wrecked.
No, I gotta go.
This cottage cheese is very good. First walk of the day. I'm just going up for my class now at 11. I got this fancy watch today, so we'll see if I can track the steps more accurately. Also, my feet are pretty sore from yesterday. I think 33,000 might have been too many steps. I think I'm going to try and get a few steps or calories in there on the bike for some of today. Burrito. Okay, I couldn't eat the rice with that burrito, so I decided to make some egg fried rice. Okay, so I'm currently back on the bike and trying to burn some fuel again because my feet are wrecked from yesterday. 33,000 was definitely too many steps. Should have gone for my 25 and left it at that. But, you know, these things happen. Plan B and all that.
The bike is hopping off the floor.
Oh, my legs are screaming.
You nearly took off.
Oh god. It's definitely hard to walk. Okay. So, an extra 300 calories on the bike gives me a lot less time walking. My feet will be recovered for tomorrow. Try and hit 25,000 steps without going over. Hi guys, so okay, day number 4 down. That was a great day. It was tough. Definitely took me a little bit more work to get in and make up for some steps by doing some cycling and just to kind of get out there and kind of get back on the horse again today and get more steps when my feet were killing me. Day 5. Okay, so just finished my morning classes and I got a little bit of time before breakfast, so I'm going to go for a little walk and get some steps in. (8 a.m. 5,000 steps and my feet are not sore anymore. Coffee down. Good, nice high step count done for this time in the morning. So I'm on almost 10,000, like 9.5. I'm having a little bit of breakfast before I start my workout. Some mango, fresh mango, and yeah, usually don't eat a hell of a lot of fruit just by itself. I prefer to use it to complement a meal, like to add to my salad or something like that. But I'm pretty hungry now, and I want to have a little bit of simple carbohydrate for my workout, just so I put a better effort in. So I've got coffee in me, and I've got this. This should tie me over until I finish my workout and get something proper in. So ready to hit the weights hard. Oh, fresh mango, it's so good. Beautiful. Going for dinner at a friend's house this evening, so I want to get account for those extra calories I'm going to burn. So I went for lean chicken burgers. I went for some boiled potatoes, which I cooked in the air fryer, no oil. I went for a nice big salad and a bit of avocado. I will not eat any again until this evening, leaving so like my usual 2 extra meals to kind of kill all the calories in my whatever I have at my friend's house. So it's always good to plan ahead and kind of when you're going to be taking in some extra calories, maybe to account for that. Remember, we're looking at the bigger picture over the course of a week, not just a day. So you could also just reduce the calories a little bit the day before, reduce the calories a little bit the day after, or something like that. Back to the run. Gotta love Ireland. 13,000 steps today done. It is 3 o'clock and I've decided to get a few calories burned on the bike because it's raining outside, and also I have a pretty busy evening, so I'm just trying to stay on top of things. 100 calories down. Went to the bathroom after that, decided I would do another one, and it was gone from the screen. So we'll just rack it up to 200 as I've got 25 minutes before class. The last one took me just over 10 minutes while doing a bit of work, so I think I can get another one in. Seems to be clocking me in here 200 beats a minute. I hope for my sake that this is a false reading. Okay, I'm gonna give that meal a generous 2,100 calories. Those fish tacos, and I ate a lot of them, but they were good, totally worth it. Okay, 5:10, 15,000 steps done, 10,000 to go, and I'm getting some steps in on the woods walk out by my home. 9:10 p.m. and just finished my 25,000 steps, and I am so tired. That was good, but yeah, I'm ready to sit down. What I heard Okay, so day number 6 down. Today was a hard day. Definitely feeling this. I was definitely feeling tired today. Steps were hard. But it's like on days where I'm not so I didn't have the busy work schedule, and just didn't get in the high step count early in the day, and so I had to kind of like do 2 big walks. So they were pretty challenging, but they were a lot of fun. Going for a walk. Spiders everywhere. Crowd is so weird. food eating, and that's it for the day for me for home anyway. I'm going to a friend's house later for dinner, and I'm trying to keep the calories reasonably low today. And I will also, if I can, try to skip dessert and maybe eat a smaller portion this evening, because it's the last day of the challenge, and I've got to weigh in tomorrow, and I don't want to overdo it on the last on the last day. So, not falling at the final hurdle. Thankfully, today is amazing. 7,000 steps in, only 18,000 to go. (9 p.m. Sunday evening, and not quite finished my steps, and I've got a lot of work to do for tomorrow, so I'm going to try and burn some more fuel on the bike and get this challenge finished on a high note. 300 calories burned, and all my work done. The best thing about it, I think I could get used to this cycling in the evening thing. Okay, so that's me finished a full week. Just about got my calories in on the bike for the end of the day. Delighted to be finished. The big reveal. 74 kilos. So quite a big drop. Day number 8, looks pretty lean. Okay, so quite dramatic results at the end of the challenge. Almost 6 pounds, 5.9 pounds in a week. So that's a big loss. I definitely was very surprised at hitting such a high number, and delighted with it, you know. So is it good to lose 6 pounds in 1 week? In my opinion, no. I think that 6 pounds is too much weight to lose in a week. And of course, when you look at a dramatic result like that from 1 week, you have to look at other factors as well. Like, so some of that weight loss is going to be just food. You know, like the less food in my stomach will maybe account for a couple of pounds. And then you also have to look at the nature of something extreme. So if we do something extreme for a week, we're going to revert back to normal and probably put a little bit of that weight back on afterwards. So when you're looking to lose weight for the long term, the best policy is always to go at a slower pace and use something that's more sustainable. You know, we want to keep that weight off for the long term. We want to look at, if I lose 1 pound a week every week for 6 weeks, then my 6 pounds could be something I can maintain. If I lose 6 pounds this week and put back on 6 pounds next week, it makes no difference in the grand scheme of things. So I always look to be sustainable. Keep something that you can hold on to. You know, so pick a pace that you can keep going for the foreseeable future, not just for 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, let's look at a couple of pros and cons then. So my list of pros was pretty long. I definitely took a lot from this challenge. First off, extra quality time with my wife was amazing. Getting in some walks in the evening, loved it. Also, walking after my meals was fantastic. I felt so much better. Usually I feel full and lethargic after big meals during the day. Getting out and going for a walk, I was surprised at how energetic I felt after those. Next up, of course, it burned a lot of calories. I was surprised at how many calories you can actually burn through walking, so that was amazing. Also, there was some pros from my cycling. So cycling and doing my work was really convenient, and I thought it would be much more difficult to try and pull off the two at the same time, but multitasking there could make a big impact. That was excellent. So let's look at the biggest pro of doing a challenge like this, for me anyway, is the sense of achievement afterwards. So just in general, walking and hitting a step count every day, when you're looking at that as a goal, a small achievable goal every day, it makes you feel fantastic, and it's great to just feel like you're on top of your game and that you're winning. Instead of feeling like, oh no, I'm putting it off until like next week. I'll do it next week, and kind of continuously putting something off, to a point where you feel like you feel like you're not fulfilling your potential. Whereas when you start a challenge like this, you set like, okay, I'm going to do 10,000 steps a day. And every time you take that off, you just feel like, yeah, all right, I'm moving in the right direction. And same with the food, So when you're eating badly, you're always thinking in the back of your brain, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. You feel a little bit guilty or something like that about your food. When you're on top of your game with your food, even when you have a treat, you feel great about it. Like you feel like you've earned it. And I think that's just so important for our mental state. Like I want to feel like I'm on top of my game and like I'm winning. And definitely this week, that's how I felt. I loved it. So looking at the cons, right? Well, first off, with 25,000 steps, it's just a little bit unsustainable. It was too long, too far. My body was sore. So the goal for walking for me is to kind of get something that's tax free on the body. Like you don't have to pay back for it later. And when bringing it to such a dramatic step count without kind of like phasing into it, of course my body was sore. So like I had to do a couple of days cycling and stuff like that. So there was one con, is that maybe if I had gone for a smaller step count, that would have suited better. So if I was doing another one, or if I'm just moving on to the future, I would choose a smaller step count, 12 to 15,000 steps, because that's more achievable. And that brings us to our next con, which is it was just very time consuming. It was taking all day. Sometimes I had to go out until 11 o'clock at night just to finish my steps. Other than that, there was not that many cons. I to be honest, I loved the challenge and it was great. The only thing that we'll look at is just like that idea of sustainability, and of course this challenge provided some dramatic results, and I would encourage, or I would like to see for myself, more like long-term sustainable practices. So I would go more modest step count, and for the food I'm quite happy to diet quite strictly. But if you're just starting off on your journey, then you want to just go like start small and just build little by little, because it's all about the big picture. Look into the future, don't just look at 1 week challenge. So how can you make a difference? First off, park at the other side of the car park, take the long way to work. Go for a little walk after your meals. Go for a little walk in the evening at a time where you would usually feel hungry and snack because you're bored. Other than that, go to the bathroom on the bottom floor. Take a walk around if you're in work. Every now and again, get up, go for a walk. I have seen some people that just have done 10,000 steps a day, just in their little office. Set an alarm once every hour. Get up, walk 500 steps, and just make the most of what you got. Every little counts. It all adds up. So you just get out there and move. The more you move, the better you feel. So what do I want you to take from this video? Well, is walking 25,000 steps a day for a week gonna change your life? Probably not. I mean, nothing's gonna change your life in a week. It's too short a time. In the grand scheme of things, you're only getting started. But start walking now, and it can make a big change in the future. So every little adds up, and unless you start, it's never gonna start adding up. So your steps can make a small difference now, a small difference next week, a small difference the week after, and by the end of the year, that can make a huge difference. And like exercise and food goes hand in hand. So if you make a small difference through exercise, a small difference through food, all those are going to add up. So don't think a week is going to change your life, but you have to start somewhere, and a week is a great place to start. Challenge yourself, set limits that you can stick to, and try and think about the bigger picture. So staying really strict for 1 week or 1 month is not going to do anything if you just rebound back. Try and set small achievable goals and tick them off to build confidence and move closer to your goals.